Hey everyone, welcome to the channel for number 10 in my Escape from Tarkov weekly weapon showcase series. This time featuring a blacked out SKS that takes an early game staple weapon and turns it into a sleek and silent PMC killer. The SKS is a weapon that any Escape from Tarkov player should be familiar with. It's everywhere. Scavs have it, low level players have it, high level players have it. It's a very common weapon, but that doesn't make it any less effective. The basic garden variety SKS is a fine weapon, but thankfully there's also plenty of nice attachments available to just add a few things to the rifle or even completely change its appearance and performance. While the SKS is never going to be a late game PvP king like the 416, VSS, or SA58, you should definitely not underestimate this thing. With patience, stealth, and careful aim, the SKS is a great weapon for mid-range ambushes and hit and run style fights where you pop off a few shots and then reposition. While the ammo choices are limited and it will struggle against class 6 armor, the SKS is still a great rifle when set up right and used by a patient shooter. So with that all out of the way, let's take a look at the build before we get into some gameplay. To start with, this build is based around the SKS hunting version, or the OP-SKS, which has a dovetail mount on the side for adding optics. This is important because otherwise you won't be able to add a magnified scope. The first big change on this build is the stock, which includes a handguard as well and pretty much completely changes the rifle and adds some rails for attachments. On this one, I went with the FAB Defense UAS SKS stock sold by Skier Level 3. The Tapco stock is also another good option, but personally, I just love how this one looks so much more than the Tapco version. This stock doesn't let you attach a foregrip, but it does have rails for lights and lasers, and I went with the X400 as per usual. Next up, I added the SKS weapon tuning thread adapter, sold by JAEGER Level 2 for about 1800 rubles. This allows you to attach a different muzzle device, and for this build, I chose the DTK4M 7.62 suppressor, which is slightly better than the normal SKS suppressor, and also has a cool look with the cloth wrap. Next, I added the AXION COBRA mount, and then on top of this, I went with the Monstrum 2x Prism scope. Personally, I think 2x is the perfect magnification for the SKS, since it has low muzzle velocity and isn't amazing at long range anyways. Plus, I think it looks super slick on this setup. To complement the 2x, I also added an MPR45 mount with the Delta Point reflex sight, so I have a close range sight as well. Finally, the last piece of the build is the ZENIT RK3 pistol grip, which gives you a best-in-slot ergonomics boost for this setup, which will help with aiming and the long reload times of the SKS. I should also mention these 35-round SKS mags from Peacekeeper Level 4, which are kind of optional for the build, but a nice addition for the extra ammo capacity. For the overall stats on this one, I got the recoil down to 91 points and the ergonomics to 41. Admittedly, this is a pretty average stat spread, but I built this setup purely to create a nice-looking SKS to plink away at some PMCs, and I was quite happy with the build while using it. For the total cost on this one, it only came out to around 140,000 rubles, which is a pretty decent cost for a fully built, suppressed rifle with 2 optics. Well, that about covers it for this build, and I'm going to let some gameplay roll for the remainder of the video. I hope you enjoy the setup, and let me know what you think of the SKS down in the comments. It's not the best rifle in the game, but it's also pretty affordable, simple to set up, and honestly, a ton of fun to use when you have a good game. I'll be streaming more Escape from Tarkov on Twitch at twitch.tv/jdogthewise, and it'd be great to have you drop by the stream, so I'll leave a link for that down below. Thanks for checking out the video. As always, feel free to leave any comments, corrections, or suggestions down below. And until next time, stay safe in Tarkov City.
One. Вон он, блядь!
Oh yeah. What's this guy shooting at already? There he is. That's almost a real risky play. Holy shit. What? Oh, there's one of the buddies. Let's see if I am the sneakiest bear in Tarkov. Oh, there's one. Oh. Did I get him? Fuck off! God, it scares me so much every time. Yeah, dude. I must have dropped, buddy. Let's see. How much weight am I at here? 34.8. Come on, shoot up these drugs, boy! Get that flashlight off. You know, it's not even worth it. Actually, I don't think you even drop the mag if you do a double tap reload with the SKS. Oh, saw you moving. Tell me that wasn't a headshot? Okay, there we go. Too. Pretty sure that got him right in the face. No, I do not know of ethos. Jesus. That's... Down he goes. I'm guessing towards the other back stashes. Damn. Thorax kill. He was shooting at someone else, though. Yeah. Yeah, he was. Fuck, should have waited. Let's stand up. Nope, 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 nope. Please don't see me. fuck. I'm done. No. 2, 3, get up. Go! Oh, safe peek his help! I don't want to play. Will Killer just dinked that guy. Can I stealth kill Killa? No. Oh, I should have been aiming.